What's up, guys? Welcome to day 4 of the 30-day AI Academy Challenge. Just want to start by congratulating you for making it this far. I know most people will probably do the first few days and will not continue this far into day 4, so give yourself a pat on the back and let's hop right into it today. So for today on day 4, we're going to cover which AI, for which job. As always, subscribe and follow for important new updates regarding the course. That's the YouTube and Instagram. I'm posting updates on there regularly. Share the course. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. AI has changed my life, my productivity, both productively and financially, and I know it can change yours as well. And for that, we offer 40% commission. Everything in this course is free, but we do have paid upsells. So if you invite someone, they learn about AI, and then they want to take advantage of one of those paid upsells, you earn 40% commission for life on that. Monthly giveaways. I've talked about this a bit. We give away Apple products every single month. So complete the worksheets, stay active, and level up. Get a chance to win those monthly prizes, literally for just learning AI and making your life easier as we go further into this more AI-driven world. Bonus tip. Watch this course in 2x speed. Share your results and experience with others. The more everyone learns, the better everyone off will be. So, what we're going to cover today on the agenda: when to leave your daily driver, which we covered yesterday around the daily driver, the 3-lens test, 1 task, 3 tools, and we're going to score them, and then we're going to build your routing rules so that as we progress throughout this first sprint week and foundations toward your first automation, we're making sure we have the foundations built around these LLM tools. And again, I decided to start with LLMs, the big 4 of Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, before hopping into, I guess, like one-off tools or other things that might pop up. So, to start off, when to leave your daily driver. One home, many rooms. We talked about this yesterday. Your daily driver's home base, not the only room you can use. Think about it in a house. You use your bedroom a lot to sleep. You're there the majority of the time, but you also use your kitchen for specific tasks, your washroom for specific tasks. It's the same with these LLMs. Tasks have a best fit. Writing, research, image, and email each have a stronger tool. And a lot of this does come down to preference, but I've shared mine with you in days 2 and 3 thus far. I don't want to repeat myself. Switching is cheap. Jumping tools from one task costs seconds, not commitment. We just want to make sure that we're keeping our data modes where we want them the most. Don't tool hop blindly. A rule beats vibes. Always know why you're switching tools. And the goal first, tool second. The job you're doing decides the tool, not the other way around. So, the 3-lens test. Who knows you? The tool with your history gives sharper personal answering. So we're going to do a demo here. We're going to ask one prompt, show who knows me. And then we're going to go into lens 2, who's built for it, match the test with the tool's core strength. And then lens 3, who has fresh info, live or actual factual evidence. Score, don't guess, rate each answer 1 to 5, Let the output decide, not the brand, and make it a rule. Turn the winner into a reusable for X. Use Y. Right, so we're going to go through each of these lenses, and actually, if you go to founderdrew.com, if I spell my name, founderdrew.com/day 4, it will take us to the worksheet for today. So we're going to start off by going through the 5 tasks. Today's worksheet, as with some of these, we're going to kind of work through as we go through the slides. So, who knows you? We have the 3 lenses, which is right here, runs the 3-lens test. Pick 1 task above, run the same prompt in 3 tools, and score each 1 to 5. So we're going to start by picking 5 tasks towards your 30-day goal. List the 5 things you do most that AI could help you with. So again, if we just go up here and we go File, Make a Copy here, and then we'd have a copy of our own worksheet for the day. So again, let me pull up the school community here. Go into Academy, great, accountability, great, and we can see people checking off their accountability here, which is awesome to see. So then if we were to go through ours, your top 5 tasks towards your 30-day goal. So let's say, I forget what the example was I used in the past, but let's say I want to make $500 using AI throughout these 30 days. So my first goal would be It'll probably be around learning. So I'm going to move my mic for a second here. Learning the foundations of AI, seeing how those foundations connect to monetizing with AI, building my first automation to save 15 minutes in my workflow, setting up an online paid opportunity, driving organic traffic with AI to paid opportunity. And a lot of this we cover in the AI Academy Plus, where we teach you how to monetize in your AI skills, but this I was just using as an example so that we can go back here and do this 3-lens framework. So lens 1, who knows you; lens 2, who's built for it; and lens 3, who has fresh info. So then we would take one of these. I'd say probably learning the foundations of AI is my first one. And we pick one of these tasks and we run the same prompt into 3 tools. So we could use Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini would probably be the 3 I'd use. And we'd run this through the 3 tools and we'd say, okay, the task is, I'd expand on this a little bit. See which model is the best at teaching me the foundations of AI. And then we'd insert the prompt we used, and it would be something around, I want to make $500 a day. A month. Let me see if that comes out right. Yep, $500 a month. Leveraging AI online. Can you help me figure out the foundations of what I need to know to do this? And then we would take this. Super simple. Again, we're just trying to get super dense clarity into what we are building and why and which tool we're going to use for it. So we'd paste this in. And then we'd go through the answers. I've already done this, so I already know my daily driver is going to be Claude. And then the other 2 I did were Gemini and ChatGPT. And when I ran this before, we'll see what the outputs. I gave Claude a 5. I think I gave Gemini a 3. And ChatGPT a 4. So my winner would be Claude. And the reasoning would be clarity and reasoning. Then we'll get into our rules here. But as we go through, these are going to run. Gemini's advice I thought was very generic. A few things you want to think about when you're going through this is what speaks to you and what is actually going to provide you value. They're all going to give you pretty in-depth responses. Again, this is tricky if you haven't used an LLM before. I've been using Claude a lot, so it obviously is going to think a little bit longer. It knows me much better. But I think this is an opportunity for people as they're going through these to really learn which LLM they want to spend a lot more time with. So 1 task, 3 tools scored. Pick one real task. We'll draft a client follow-up email. Something everyone needs. That's another example you could do. So I just showed you how to do that in each one. Run it in 3 tools. Copy the prompt like I just did in your daily driver and 2 others. Score each output 1 to 5. Judge the tone, accuracy, and how little editing it actually needs to move forward. So if we were to do that with a client follow-up email, it'd be like, hey, I had an inbound around my paid acquisition, or I want to follow up with somebody around a client meeting. How would you rewrite this based on what you know about me around tone and actuality? So then you spot each tool's edge. 1 nails the voice, 1 maybe adds fresh info, 1 is the fastest. And then you're going to crown a winner today. Again, super quick lesson today, but the best fit for this task becomes your first routing rule. So we're going to build those routing rules today as well. Map your top 5 tasks, list the jobs you do towards your goal, assign a tool to each, use the 3 lenses to pick the best fit per task, keep it visible, pin your routing rules where you actually work, and I'm going to walk you guys through this. Update as you learn, rules evolve as tools change, and you test more, and this will evolve throughout the 30-day course. Fill out your worksheet, founderdrew.com/day4, and then post your results in accountability. So going back to what we were doing, if we're going here, writing your rules for, we'd run this process, this with a prompt of what, because I don't know what your guys' tasks are, they could be different. We would run this into each LM for all 5. So we'd run it for setting how those foundations connect to monetizing with AI, setting up an online paid opportunity. And we'd run it through all 3 LLMs to see which one we're feeling the best about the output. So maybe for setting up the online paid opportunity, I really like the way chat's thinking about that opportunity. So I'd write down that I use chat there. Then we're going to lock it in. So we'd fill all these out and then we'd lock it in. So we'd say, my routing rules are saved. Well, I'll see them. I prefer saving this into like a project. So like if I was going to use Claude, for example, we could go over to projects. We could create a new project right here and we could save our routing rules in there. If not, just save it on your worksheet. We're going to build projects and save a lot of data in there eventually. But for now, I just want it somewhere where it's visible. Like if yours is all education based and you just really like the way Gemini thinks, these would all be education based and be like, all of these. But some of you are going to find, and the point of this exercise is that certain LLMs talk to you in different ways around different tasks. So I just wanted to get out in the open of like, hey, for this task, I might lean towards Claude. For this task, I might use ChatGPT, even though we do know which our daily driver is. So going back to the house analogy, your daily driver is the one you should be using the most, but just realizing that for different LLMs, there are different use cases. And then we've gone over this. Once you finish the worksheet, you go File, Download PDF, and then you come over to the AI Academy and you post it in the accountability. So for this one, you would come down here, go to Lesson 4, you paste in Lesson 4 check-in, come here, Lesson 4 check-in up here, and then you would keep this worksheet. It's part of your AI portfolio and counts toward your 30-day reward. So you paste in the Level 4 AI check-in, you talk about what you did today, paste in the worksheet so others can support you along your journey. Great. So a little bit of review today, but again, before we dive in, I built a V1 of this course and people thought that the foundations I skimmed over too much. I really didn't want to do that before we hopped into the deep end here. Again, this is a free educational course, so I just want people to understand where they should go for their information, that there are more tools available, and that they should really do the research, talk to these LLMs, and see what resonates most with you. So we have your daily driver, but that's not the only tool, even though it is your main tool. 3 lenses, you, the job, and the fresh info. Same task, 3 tools, and we scored them. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about how these LLMs actually work and how we can leverage them. We're going to get into the weeds a little bit more here. If you want to go faster, founderyou.consultant. Every penny gets reinvested to reach more people. If you're ready to build and scale, I talked about this, school.com/AI Academy Plus. We can take all this education and start to monetize it. AI UGC, AI personal branding, AI newsletters, all that, AI agencies, all that good stuff. We have courses for all those. If you're enjoying the course, please post a testimony in the wins category. It means a lot. We spend a lot of time on these decks and getting this content out. 30 days, it will be over 25 hours of free education. Let's get to work. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. Peace.